level of the price. If the price reach here, I could expect that the price retrace for a while later. If the price didn't retrace, will continue higher to 161, which is the last high here, and 200-day moving average. We can see here too a trend line on this area here. If the price gets higher to 63, and this is on the weekly, but we could see too on the monthly that the price closed here, and we see that the price is kind of making hidden shoulders, yeah, and forming now the right shoulder at 161. But we need to see really forming, because you have to trade what you see, not what you think. The next target will be this area, 160. Okay, and we see kind of dead cross here on the monthly, and it's on the monthly we have to respect it. The 50 moving average has crossed the 200-day moving average, and this kind of indication that the price could get lower. Okay, on the daily chart, the price now is standing above the resistance, and next target will be the 200-day moving average. Okay, and if the price continue getting higher, 200, if the price continue getting higher, the next resistance will be 161. Okay, but it looks like here, if the price breaks this high of yesterday, of the last Friday, we could see the next target is 1.60. Euro yen. Okay, the euro yen on the monthly chart broke, is making doji, and this doji shows that the price could retrace to the upper side. We have here a downtrend line. Okay, and this downtrend line will be the target for the euro yen if the euro yen starts to get higher. Okay, we have here a resistance at this area, this low. Okay, if the price gets higher, this could be on the monthly chart the next target for it. But we saw on the news the last days that the financial minister from Japan was just saying we have to do something against that. The yen is getting stronger against the other currencies, and they could make kind of intervention. It is not sure until now, but we could see it for the next month maybe. So if this kind of intervention happens, we could see the euro yen jumps to this area, 1.505. Okay, we go now to the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, we see that the price is standing now under the last low. Okay, and this make it kind of resistance for it. If the price starts to get higher and they break the high of the last week, okay, we can see the next target will be 10160, 101.60, and then will be the last high, which is 105, and it's at the same time it's the trend line, it's facing the downtrend line. Okay, on the daily chart, we see that the price here, if you draw your Fibonacci here from down to the upside, we see that the price started to retrace from 50 moving average, and we know that it's kind of a strong support for it, and the price is getting higher. But we need to see a break above this area here. We need to see a break above this area here. Okay, this is the last high happened on the downtrend. Okay, and the price now is between this high and this low. Okay, this low and this high. We need to see break above this area to confirm going up to this resistance and then to the trend line. So the price now is struggling under the 50 moving average, and we see that the price broke it the last time, but the price couldn't close under it, couldn't close above it, sorry, and now the price is under it. We need to see a break above this, but if the last day is broken, okay, on Friday here at this area at the 50 moving average, if this 100 psychological level is broken, next target will be 100-170, and then will be 100-250. We go to the bound yen. The bound yen is making kind of double bottom on the weekly wick. We go first to the monthly. On the monthly chart, the price made kind of dodgy too. Okay, let's make it bigger here that we can see it. The price made kind of doji too here, and it's kind of reversal pattern. Okay, and there is a double bottom here on the monthly. We can see it clear at this area. Okay, the next target will be on the monthly chart for the bound yen. If the price starts to get higher and break the last month high, which is 122, the next target will be this high, 124.90, 125, and then will be the trend line, which is 127. Okay, now we go to the weekly. On the weekly we can see clear that this kind of support and this kind of double bottom. We see that the bound yen, it made kind of doji or a hammer last week. If this hammer is broken, we can see that if this high is broken, we can see that the price could continue getting higher to this area. Okay, to this high here. We can see that again area, this high here, and then it starts to get to the trend line, but we need to see a break for the last week on the high of the last week. We go here, we see that the price on the daily, it's the same like the euro yen. Okay, we see that if we draw our Fibonacci, that the price retraced from the 50 moving average. The next target will be for the euro yen 122. If the price if the break of the last day here is broken, we can see that the next target will be 122 and then 122.50. GBP CHF. We see that the GBP CHF started to get lower, and before it touched the 100 moving average on the daily, the price starts to come back up. We see that the price is moving in a range bound in a sideways channel. But if the price starts to get higher like this, the next target will be this down trend line here. Will be here, this the next resistance on the daily, okay, which 146, and then will be the high of the sideways channel. We can take a look at the monthly chart. At the monthly chart, the price is getting higher here, but we see if the price starts to get higher and break this kind of resistance up at 147, the next target will be 150, and 150 is a psychological level, and we see a downtrend line here. But we will have to see what will happen, which area will get broken. On the weekly chart, we see that the price like closed the last week here, couldn't break, getting to the downside, and starts to get higher. So it's clear now, if the high of this high of 145, 146 is broken, the next target will be 147.40. Okay, I hope this helps. If you find this analysis good for you, you can share it in Facebook, Twitter, and others. Thank you.